You've been irresponsible, sneaking out without any of us knowing. I have the freedom to do whatever I want to. I even wore a cloak. You're not my real mom. Chapter 6, Matchmaking!
Oh shit, dog.
Garland, tell her how you feel.
You really are a handful. But a delightful handful.
His words keep repeating in my head. I cannot stop hearing his voice and feeling his lips on my hand. My face feels warm, and every time I think about his words, my heartbeat feels unsteady. I really have to stop thinking about that. Karma is karma, and he puts on that overly polite act with everyone. But then I'm pretty sure I've never seen him do something like that with another person. I'll just go downstairs and stop thinking about all this. I need to tell Parfait and Delora what happened. Because of the time I had returned to the Martian yesterday, I never spoke to anyone about what happened. Maybe someone's downstairs. Someone usually is. I leave my room and make my way downstairs to the reception. It's quiet when I enter, but not as silent as I thought it would be. Karma is sitting at one of the tables, speaking quietly with Parfait and Delora. His injured hand is sitting on the table, bandaged. I cannot help but stare at it, my heart plummeting. His injury is my fault. So you have yet to hear the entire story?
No, I'm afraid I'm not quite privy to information that Waltz has. Is that correct?
Waltz has been directly involved in this far longer than you have. That's why he's a true root.
What about Waltz?
Oh,
Princess, you're up early. They all turn to look at me as I stand at the table. Karma still looks tired and is not in his dress. He looks somber, but still smiles at me.
Elion, how nice of you to join us.
When did you start saying my name without my title? Elion, you've run into a lot of different mishaps this week, haven't you? I thought you would be stubbornly avoiding work. Instead, you go out of your way to get yourself into trouble. This involves me directly. How could I not be curious? You've been irresponsible, sneaking out without any of us knowing. I have the freedom to do whatever I want to. I even wore a cloak. You're not my real mom. Oh, no, the cloak. I left it at the bar. I feel a nudge at my arm, and Karma is holding out my cloak with a tired smile.
Ah.
Oh. You went back to get this? When?
Yesterday, when you were still in bed. Aw, what a good man.
He's not slept, forever. And he was so tired,
It's true.
and he went back for our cloak.
It's true.
You've been running yourself dry these last few days, Karma.
It's nothing.
Thank you. What's this? Our ice princess thanking someone? Why is that something so strange?
Oh, come now, she's not so icy. Elion is more fire than anything. She's filled with unbridled passion and confidence.
Confidence that has gotten me nowhere so far.
And don't look so dour, Elion. You've become quite the accomplished woman.
Karma gestures toward me, and I flush, unsure of what he's talking about. And then I notice Delora's eyes are on me too. Oh! Parfait, do you see that?
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Did we get a thing on our necklace and we didn't notice? Fuck.
What are they looking at? I reach down to grab my necklace and then pause. I cannot stop the gasp that leaves my lips. We got our first good deed!
Hey!
When did this happen? Princess, you didn't realize there was an extra piece of your necklace?
Congratulations, Princess Elion. You're a step closer to breaking your curse.
I feel proud. I only ever felt this way around Mother.
She did me a great favor yesterday. Not for Elion, I might have suffocated beneath a pile of very excited women.
Wait, helping Karma escape was a good deed?
She was selfless.
He is not even mentioning the injury he got protecting me. Parfait and Delora are both smiling, but the cheerful mood does not last long. What were you all talking about before I came down? About your kidnapping. Well, kidnappings. Both of them. It looks like we have a serious problem on our hands. What do you know about this? What does Waltz know that I don't?
Princess, it's more about what everyone else knows that you don't.
What everyone else knows that we don't. Everyone! Who never bothered to tell us!
Everyone in the fucking world.
What everyone else knows? I feel anger begin to simmer inside me. Even though he looks apologetic, he says it so casually. What are you all hiding from me? Let's gather everyone later, shall we? I think Waltz might want to be here for this too. What does Waltz have to do with any of it? Be patient, Princess. You've already waited this long. What's another few hours? I have no choice but to agree when Parfait and Delora refuse to say any more, but I'm not happy about it. I spend the rest of my time doing idle chores around the tavern. I do a round of sweeping with Mr. Broom and mindlessly organize some of the bottles. I cannot believe everyone knows something about me that I don't. But now I'll find out the entire story. Maybe it will answer some of the questions I have. But why are they keeping things about me a secret to begin with? Delora gathers everyone in the tavern to discuss the kidnappings. I decide to sit in between Waltz and Karma.
So we have a story to tell.
Story time, huh? I don't suppose it to be a romance, would it? How can you stand to make such comments like that constantly? How can you stand to live such a lie?
The two glare at each other across the table, but Delora silences them. Delora starts with the story about the Great War, one that I've heard so many times I can recite it myself. What does any of this have to do with me? Because of the fairy tales, witches like myself were punished simply for existing. Our leader, the Tenebrarum Bearer, was a kind witch that was overtaken by the grief that our people suffered. She was driven so far into madness that she created the fairy tale curse to punish humans and make them suffer as the witches had. And when that wasn't enough, she committed the ultimate taboo. She killed a human. What?
I tried to stop her, but by the time I thought to act, it was too late.
Who did she kill?
Oh, how much you want to bet it's Karma's father?
I have no idea. Knowing that Delora and Parfait were involved in the Great War makes it seem more real. But wasn't the Tenebrarum Bearer killed? How can the fairy tale curse continue to spread if she's dead?
I believe that the Tenebrarum Bearer sacrificed the last bit of her life to continue powering the Tenebratum.
All that to ensure that the remaining witches could continue spreading the fairy tale curse. Is none of this ringing a bell for you? What are you talking about?
She really did erase your memories.
Erase? The witch who died, the Tenebrarum Bearer, was your mother, Princess Elione. What? For some reason, I turned to look at Karma, who's one of the only people who doesn't look away from me.
I grew up outside of this kingdom, but even I knew of the terrible witch, Hilda.
You expect me to believe any of this? My mother she wasn't a witch. I would remember that. Well, you would if you had memories of the war. And the years before that.
Under Hilda's rule, the palace was a dark place. The king didn't have any real power until Hilda was defeated.
That goes for the rest of us, too. We were slaves to Hilda. Delora's eyes flickered a waltz.
That's the truth.
Waltz knows. What?
What?
Waltz knows because he is also a witch?
What the fuck?
What?
Why are we getting these deets in Karma's route?
Oh, that
Whoa,
means there's gonna be
this ain't your
something
time.
even more awful and emotional and terrible coming up.
Oh, we're gonna die. We already died over Rod. We're gonna die again.
He experienced Hilda's command over the witches firsthand as well. Waltz is a witch?
Sorry for keeping it a secret, Princess. It's not as if I can use much magic anymore anyway. Not when I'm cursed.
This is just another secret of many. It seems everyone's hiding something.
Everyone was freed after Hilda's reign, witches, fairies, and humans alike. The king was even able to marry Ophelia, the woman he always truly loved.
So, it's always been Ophelia that he truly loved. Was that the reason I never felt any love from him? Because I was my mother's daughter? He gave up on me.
No, dear, I don't think he...
He gave up on me! My voice is too loud in the reception area. I feel it crack beneath the pressure and suddenly I want to cry. Mother told me so many times not to cry. The king gave up on me. But Mother didn't. Mother would tell me this was a lie. She would tell me not to trust anyone. He must be lying. I turned to Karma. For some reason, I trust him more than I trust Delora or Parfait. Is this the truth?
I was told the story of Hilda and her daughter Elion. They said you were the picture of elegance, but that she had your mother's icy nature. I don't think that's true at all. If Hilda was ice, then you are most certainly a warm fire.
If my mother was a witch, then what does that make me? You're a witch as well, whether or not you were ever taught to use your magic. On your upcoming birthday, you will become the Tenebrarum bearer. Do you realize how ridiculous this all sounds? Me, a witch. The king never said anything. And now I cannot even ask him if this is the truth because I'm cursed. Why would you even curse me?
We didn't want a repeat of the tragedy, Elion.
I sat on your shelves for almost a year, Princess. There was ice in your heart, and if you had inherited the Tenebrarum in that state, who knows what would have happened. Then why wouldn't you just tell me any of this? Delora and Parfait look at each other before dropping their gazes to the ground. If we had told you before, would you have even bothered to listen? The king must have tried to do the same thing, and look how that turned out. You shut everyone out who ever tried to tell you about Hilda's true nature. That's probably true. Even now I'm having trouble believing that they're telling me the truth. The whole world feels as if it's collapsing around me. I need to escape. I need to go out and be somewhere else, but why are the witches looking for me? You are the heir to the Tenebrarum. No doubt the evil witches want you on their side so they can continue wreaking havoc in Angiel with the fairy tale curse.
The men that were looking for Elion were not witches, though. They were knights.
Perhaps the witches and the knights are working together.
This must be a part of Alcaster's scheme to steal the throne.
What are you talking about?
The reason why Garland and I left the Order of Caldera was because the king did not believe us about Alcaster's coup.
How would he know of the princess's identity, though? Anyone who isn't a witch, a fairy, or isn't cursed shouldn't be able to remember her.
But now we know that it's not just witches looking for the princess, but the knights of the Order of Caldera as well. They definitely have a description of her from someone. Elion.
Karma reaches out a hand to touch my shoulder, and I flinch back before standing up. I cannot speak about this now. I want to be alone.
Prin.
Let her go. She'll need a lot of time to think. I leave everyone sitting at the table as I try to process the whirling thoughts in my mind. Hildur, my mother, the only person I ever thought loved me, was the Tenebrarum bearer. A witch. The first witch to kill a human. The witch that started the fairy tale curse. All this time I thought Mother was the only one who cared, but what if she never did? I stay in my room for a long time, trying to process everything I've been told.